For another perspective, we're joined by Dr. Mustafa Bhargouti. He's a leader of the Palestinian National Initiative, which advocates nonviolence and offers an alternative to both Hamas and Fatah, which is the major force in the Palestinian Authority on the West Bank. Dr. Bhargouti is the head of a Palestinian organization that advocates nonviolence. What's your reaction, or what was your response to what happened in southern Israel?
You are absolutely right when you say that I'm an advocate of nonviolence. We were shocked about what happened. I, as a person, always say that I am against any killing of any civilian, whether Palestinian or Israeli. And we're sorry for all those people who were killed, Palestinians and Israelis. But unfortunately, everybody keeps avoiding the root cause of the problem. And unfortunately, what we see today is a very intensive campaign to dehumanize not Hamas only, but to dehumanize Palestinians completely. And the war that Israel is conducting today is not at Hamas, it is at the Palestinian people in Gaza. The reality is that we are in this situation mainly because there has been an occupation, an Israeli occupation of Palestinians, of Palestinian land for more than 56 years, the longest occupation in modern history, an occupation that has transformed into a system, as Amnesty International described it, and Human Rights Watch as well, and even the Israeli human rights organization B'Tselem, a system of apartheid, a much worse apartheid than what prevailed in South Africa. This is the root cause why there are Palestinians who are turning to violence, because all hopes have been lost. And Mr. Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, who came to power in 1996, killed every potential and every possibility for peace talks. I am so surprised and really amazed that a person who's in charge of Democratic Institute in Israel speaks about zero-sum game. What does zero-sum game mean? It means either us or them. That is not a way to make peace. Mr. Netanyahu said that all Palestinians in Gaza must evict their homes. And then his military spokesperson said that all Palestinians in Gaza, the 2.2 million people, should evict to Egypt. That is the meaning of zero-sum game. It's about ethnic cleansing of all the population of Gaza. This is something everybody should know. Mr. Netanyahu raised a map of Israel, annexing all of the West Bank, all of Gaza Strip, all of the Golan occupied territories. That is what he's saying. And he said he will change the situation for 50 years to come. So what he meant is ethnic cleansing of Gaza and then annexing it. That is not the way to peace. That is what zero-sum game means.
You talk about the root cause, and there's a generation of Palestinians who reject your call for nonviolence, who feel that this is how they have to respond. What do you say to them?
I say to them, and I try to prove to them, that nonviolence is a much more effective way of achieving our freedom. That's the best way of doing that. But one should ask the question, why these young people go in that direction? It's simply because they see no hope. 80% of young educated people in Gaza are under siege and are unemployed. The poverty is unbelievable. The GDP per capita in Israel is $56,000 per year, while it is less than $1,000 per capita per year in Gaza. Yet Gazans are obliged to buy products at Israeli market price. These people don't see a hope, don't see a future. That's why I am calling for a peaceful resolution. That's why I say now, instead of talking about zero-sum game, we should move in the direction of immediate ceasefire, de-escalation, immediate release of all Israeli prisoners in Gaza in exchange of releasing Palestinian prisoners in Israeli jails, who are 5,300, including some people who have been in jail for no less than 44 years. And 1,260 of those prisoners don't even know why they are arrested. They're not charged. They're not taken to court. Their lawyers don't know why they are arrested. They're basically taken hostages. So release prisoners, exchange prisoners, have ceasefire, stop this madness that is going to happen, and let's open a road for peace and for a peaceful resolution by ending occupation and allowing us and Israelis to coexist and live in peace.
Dr. Mustafa Bhargouti of the Palestinian National Initiative, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
And we will have continuing coverage of the Israel-Hamas war this entire week, including a 1-hour primetime special Friday, War in the Holy Land.